Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to play some more Chilling Devotion. This time we are going to going for day 2. Let's begin. I'll let the whip have you just for a little while. Day 2, the carving. Wait, the carving? You are masked now. You're marked now. The storm listens. The trees remember. You wake with a gasp, remnants of the dream clinging to you just like frost. Moonlit eyes burn into yours from the shadows of the pines. Something knew your name with a voice like cracking ice. Unconsciously, your fingers buried in the quilt, your pulse hammering like a trap bang. Morning light sleeps through the frosted windows. You wake to the sound of the gas stove clinking on, the flash of the flames. Jim is awake, moving through the cabin with a creak of floorboards under his careful steps. The bedroom door squeaks as you step out. Jim keeps his back to you, fingers fumbling with the coffee tin, like it's the most fascinating thing in the world. You're finally awake. You just see it from the back. You sit down at the table. You sit down at the table. Jim sets a chipped mug on the table and joins you. Steam curls from it ghostly in the cold air. Cold air, he doesn't speak. Which was chipped? The silence scratches taut as a tripwire. Wine, it's for you. Jim pushes the mug towards you, an offering. His eyes dart around the room, a nervous habit you're beginning to recognize. I have to be nice to him. I'll see what happens if we're mean to him later. But take the mug. It's just so cute. The drink inside is hot cocoa. Hot and fragrant exactly as you like it. The scent wraps around you, warm and familiar. You hadn't realized how thirsty you were until now. Jim watches you intently. Okay, drink. You take a sip from the mug and it's good, really good. You drink a big gulp before you even realize it. Jim's shoulders unhinge, just a fraction. I'm glad you like it. Jim's posture softens. He watches you with something like gratitude, his fingers tapping an absent rhythm against the table. The steam from your mug curls between you like a disoriented fog. Jim watches not the drink, not your hands, but the space where your lips were meeting the rim. The silence stretches, charged with something unspoken. The warmth of your drink spreads for your chest, familiar and comforting. Is it good? How's the temperature? Nod, that's perfect. With a pride barely hidden, a flicker of satisfaction crosses his face. He leans back in his chair, fingers drumming once against the table. I remembered how you take it. What do you mean? Before you know it, you drink it all. Jim holds out his hand to take your mug, and you oblige. I remembered how you take it. I'll remember? You mean? Then he busies himself with taking your mugs to the sink, but you catch the way his thumb rubs against the spot where your lips just touched. You must be hungry. I'll make you some food to go with your drink. He crouches down and pulls out a core from under the sink. You think you hear the clank of a lock, but you can't see past Jim's form. He places some ingredients on the counter: flour, potatoes, onion, eggs, and toast. It's not too fancy, but it'll do. Sounds good to me. He moves with a quiet efficiency at the stove as he layers ingredients into a cast iron pan. Go to help. You step beside him, reaching for a knife to chop vegetables. Jim's hand catches yours, not to stop you, just to guide your grip. Aw, knife sharper than it looks. Here. He adjusts your fingers, his palm warm against yours. Smaller cuts. They cook even. You work in comfortable silence, shoulders brushing occasionally. When the meal's ready, he plates it carefully, nudging the best portions towards your side. Aw, he's so sweet. His boot knocks lightly against yours under the table, a tiny grounding touch. We make a good team. Aw, I think we definitely are a good team. The food is simple but perfect. Fluffy eggs, crispy potatoes, pancakes, toast slathered in some kind of jam. Jim left the jar of preserves open on the table for you, rifling a sweet scent to you in case you want more. Your stomach grumbles loudly at the sight of the sight and smell. Good, good, you have an appetite. Go on and dig in. Normally I don't have appetite. Depending on the day. He doesn't eat until you do. His gaze never leaves your face. Jim watches you take your first bite, his fingers drumming the table until you nod approval. The pancakes are just sweet enough. The preserves taste like blackberries and something darker. Iron? No, just your imagination. Are we sure it's our imagination? Did you put blood in it? The food is delicious, but leaves you oddly drowsy. He smiles watching you eat and noting how you feel from the look on your face. Good food will make you sleepy, huh? His voice is light, but his fingers quickly tap the table twice, like he's counting. Halfway through, he pushes his mug towards you. Try this. Before you rise it, you take a sip of his spiced tea. It's just sweet enough. Oh, I thought it was gonna be spiced eggnog. When you hand it back, his thumb brushes the place where your lips touched. I definitely think he has a thing for us. Both of you finish up quickly, and Jim takes your plates to the sink. Good thing we have a thing for him. As he washes up, Jim hums the tune is unfamiliar, oddly rhythmic. You've never heard of it before. Almost like a lullaby or a chant. Well, saying that, last day, he might not be human. Is it Winnebago? When Jim noticed your attention, he stops abruptly and turns away. It's just a song from my childhood. Jim pauses at the sink, looking at the window. The storm still rages, but he has a serene look on his face. Could get used to this. The fireplace crackles as Jim moves to kneel by the fireplace, raging logs with unnecessary focus. His sleeves are rolled up slightly as he works, pale scars picking beneath the fabric. When he notices you watching, he smiles, but his fingers twitch like he's counting something under his breath. Not much to do indoors, I'm afraid. Never really had a guest before. You have books, right? Right? You have books. Just me and the quiet. The fireplace catches the edge of the wolf carvings on the mantel. Are you sure it's... Wait, there's... Or he's a werewolf. I don't know. I got books. Any puzzle, if you like. Technically, it said wolf, so maybe the voice said wolf. Could make do. Puzzle side's nice. Do you have any novels? I'd rather just talk. Go to your room. A puzzle sounds nice. Jim produces a dusty puzzle box from a cabinet and directs you to the table. I wonder what happens if we... I want to talk, just talk. Jim freezes for a beat, but laughs a strained, briefy sound. Oh, it could... Oh, so it just... Okay, I want to just talk. The puzzle sounds nice. Puzzle sounds nice. Jim produces a dusty puzzle box from the cabinet and directs you to the table. You press... the pieces are worn, the images of the box faded. A snow-laddered forest, the trees too familiar, the shadows between them too deep. Found this in its cellar, might be missing a few pieces. He spreads the pieces across the table, and then cells beside you. Close but not quite touching. The puzzle's old with some edges frayed, others darken with age or something else. At first it's easy. Broader pieces first, then the cabin merges, crooked chimney, claw marks on the door. The fire cracks. The puzzle taken shape a cabin, a wolf, a figure standing at the tree line. Jim's fingers move with surprising precision, slotting pieces into place before he even find their match. He doesn't look at the box, he doesn't need to. Funny how things fit together when you know where they belong. Aw, like we belong with you? At one point, he knew knee brushes yours. He doesn't pull away. It's warm, deliberate. The puzzle groans. The puzzle grows. A wolf at the tree line, golden eyes gleaming even in the dim light. Then a figure, the silhouette, standing just beyond the cabin reach. Their hand is outstretched, holding nothing. The piece is missing. You look at the table, but there's nothing left. The figure's hand is empty. A void. It is a void. It's a sorcerer. There, solved the puzzle. That's too bad. I guarantee he actually hid a piece. The figure's in the puzzle is holding something. A flower? A knife? But that piece is gone. He asks if he knows what it is while squinting at the missing figure's hand. Not sure, don't remember. His thumb brushes the empty space where the piece should be before leaning over to grab your hand. His gaze lowers to find yours, full of unspoken meaning. Guess some things stay lost. You've done this before. Pull your hand away, lean into his touch. Jim exhales, ragged. His free hands rises almost cupping your cheek before he catches himself. Do you understand? Jim releases your hand, his fingers curled slowly as if resisting this separation. For a moment his palm hovers like he might reach back, then he exhales, flexing his hand as if shaking off a thought. Jim studies the puzzle, lips pressed in before pushing them back from the table to get the puzzle box. Maybe that missing piece will turn up later. It was used to help light the fire. His gaze lingers on the empty space where the last piece should be. Then he carefully gathers the incomplete puzzle and puts it back in the box. He stands, stretching with a forced casualness. Let's see, anything else? Oh, we could actually pick anything, so I wear just talk. Jim freezes for a beat, then smiles, a strained, breathy sound. You both go to sit in the fireplace. He sits too close, knees bumping yours. Right, talk, sure, about what? His toys with his sleeve, tucking it down, like he's thinking about what to say next. You ask about the carvings. Jim's shoulders relax too much as he lifts the large wolf from the mantel. He runs a thumb along the spine, where the grain splits like an old wound. Started whistling after I left, whittling after I left home, kept my hands busy. Funny thing, the wood carries a lot of memories. Yeah, the tree. He leans in, hands it to you, pressing the carving into your palm, his fingers lingering too warm. Tell me something you remember. Doesn't matter what. Something true. His thumb presses your wrist. For a second, the pulse you feel isn't yours. I remember running away once. I had a nightmare last night. I don't remember much. I had a dog like this one. Well, scratch that, I had a cat. I got lost. Okay, that's close enough. I think I did with the dog we had at the time. I was 5. Dog followed me. Or tried to hurt me, because it was a herding dog. It was a blue heeler. Think about think Bluey, there you go. I had Bluey. Jim's grip tightens just for a second. Before he forces a chuckle. But you got far, didn't you? Real far. His thumb traces the veins in your wrist, following their path like a map. I definitely didn't get far. I had very bad directions then, I have bad directions now. Storm's different out here, though. Roads vanish. Trees move, easy to get turned around. I could also just want to, climb the mountain that we lived near. Wasn't really mountain. I cannot remember how. He seemed to catch himself, clearing his throat awkwardly. And we don't live there anymore too. His fingers finally uncurl around your wrist as he got up. Anything else you want to do? Do you have any novels? Jim's smile flickers as he goes over to the small bookcase. He runs a finger along the bookshelf, hesitating over titles like The Fork Remedies of the Valley, Surviving the Wilds. Okay, that sounds interesting. Most of these are not exactly light reading. He pucks a battered novel with pressed flower bookmark. But this one's okay. Romance, well, sort of. He hands you a book and the flower to look at. Oh, I like the flower. The flower feels a little chilly in your hands. Your imagination? The cover's faded, but you catch the title, The Where in the Hollow. You flip open to chapter 12, The First Snow. There's a handwritten note crowding the margins. Liars. Don't trust the moon. Promise. Chapter 12, The First Snow. Vaspra had always been told that the hollow was cursed, evil place. She shivered at the memories returned to her like a vision. When they first met, the villagers whispered of it in harsh tones. Their voices tingled with something between reverence and fear. They said that the trees grew crooked from the weight of their secrets that they swallowed. and their roots tangled around the bones of things best left unspoken. But when she stumbled upon Bajun in the deep heart of the hollow, his dark coat dusted with snow, his hands cupped around a wounded hair, she wondered if the woods had been waiting for her after all. Jim sees what you're looking at and reaches to take it back, flustered. Maybe not that one. Is that one, Holdings of Secrets? How about you pick something else? You approach a small, sparse bookcase, reading the titles as you run your fingers along the spines. Wilderness Survival, Edible Plants, The History of Not Tying Seriously? Well, he's a Yandere, so I guarantee it most Yanderes have that book. Your fingers pause on a worn leather spine, tucked between two larger volumes. It doesn't have the title. When you reach for untitled book, Jim breath hitches, then he laughs too loud. That's just my letter log. Terrible handwriting here. Are we sure it's a letter log? Are we sure? I see his sweat. He snatches a battered poetry collection from the shelf, thumping to a random page. I like this poetry book. Let's see. His voice moved to a reverent murmur as he reads. The moon's bride forgets their name, their fingers root in his ribs. He steps abruptly, snatching the book shut. The fire pops. His smile doesn't reach his eyes. Are you trying to tell us something? Maybe let's do something else. The poetry book slides gone between you and suddenly realize that the pressed flower bookmark is still in your palm. It feels oddly cool against your skin. Jim catches you looking at the flower and gazes at you expectantly. Return it. You decide to offer it back to him with a shrug. He holds it to him and Jim's smile falters. He doesn't take it, just stares at the petal in your hand like you handed him a wounded bird. Oh, I thought you'd... Never mind. What's your bookmark? There's an awkward beat, then Jim suddenly plucks the petal from your hand, tucking it into his pocket. I'll save it for you, in case you change your mind. What now? Go to your room. You mentioned handing to your room, and Jim's still thinking. Jim smiles, satisfied with how you spent your day. He leans back, remembering all the things you've been done together, with a slow, cat-like suffocation. Oh, he's definitely happy. I knew you'd be good at this. Knew it. I knew you'd be good at this. Knew it. Guess we've done all I could think of for now. I'll come get you when it's dinner time. Get some rest for now. You head back to your room for now, the door closed against you. The sound is soft, final. You sit on the edge of the bed, the weight of the day pressing into your shoulders like hands. You stare out the frost-veined glass. The storm still rages, snow piling in drifts against the pane. Your breath fogs the cold surface. Your breath evens out, fogging the glass in rhythmic pulses. Without realizing it, you trace the same looping pattern Jim uses to stir his coffee into the glass. You are feeling more accepting of your situation, or perhaps resigning. Resigned is a better word. The snow no longer looks flitting, just inevitable, like the turn of seasons. Think about what you sing. The wind howls outside as you lie stiffly beneath the quilt, staring at the ceiling. Reflect on what you've seen today. The first day staying in the cabin with Jim. Your palms tingle with the petals touching you, a phantom chill that won't fade. You press your hand to the mattress, but the cold lingers like a brand. The flower was too cold, too perfect. And Jim's reaction was playing on the loop, dismissive, even when his breath stilled. You clench your fist. The scent of frost and iron still clings your skin. You could still picture the way the puzzle pieces had fit together with Jim's sure hands. The shadows of the cabin the working wolf with the the golden eyes, the figure at the tree line. But the pieces it held had been missing. Now in the quiet of your room, the memory nags at you. He's been surprisingly attentive like host, in his own way. The breakfast was hearty. You remember his little things, the way you take your hot cocoa. There's something almost comforting in the way he moves, like he memorized the shape of the solitude, and simply let you step inside it. Jim's still careful with his words and still watches you a little too closely, but there's no denying it. You gone closer today. The shadows stretch across the room, and you begin to wonder if it's evening time yet. Jim hasn't come to get you, but the hunger in your stomach pulls you out of bed. When you get up, you notice the door is slightly ajar. You could have sworn you had closed it. The storm had trapped you both inside for another day. The wind howls through the cracks in the cabin walls, but Jim's almost content. He sits on the table, a small knife in his hand, whittling away a block of oak. His movements are careful and precise, like a man performing a sacred rite. He doesn't look at you, but you catch the way his fingers linger over the wood, shaping it with something like reverence. Watch quietly, gently alert him to you. What are you making? Jim jolts to your presence and nearly nicks himself. Man, I didn't realize you were there. It's a carving of a rabbit. Small, fragile thing, ears folded back, body coiled as if ready to flee. When the carving is finished, Jim hesitates. His thumb brushes over the creature's back, pressing over its form. He seems to consider the object in his hands before putting the carving away into his pocket without another word. You know a flash of pain across his face before he turns away. Stop him. Jim freezes, his fingers tying around the carving. When he turns back, his gaze is searching ways, but there's a fragile hope there too, like he's bracing for rejection. Do you want it? Accept it and wear it. Accept it, but don't wear it. Reject it. Break it. Accept it and wear it. You trace the carving with your fingers and weigh it around your throat. Your hand slowly curls around the necklace that Jim placed on you with acceptance. The first thing you notice is that the coil around your neck is tight, a collar, disguised as jewelry. Oh, thank you for giving us a collar. The thin leather, knotted snugly around your throat, is not enough to choke, but enough that you always feel it there. Oh, I'll be choking. Trust me. Trust me. I would have an asthma attack. Or technically a gag reflection at that case. The wood is smooth, almost too delicate, like it might split if gripped too hard. Jim's eyes burn in the dim light at the sight of you, breath shallow. I knew it would suit you. Jim, he shifts closer, his knees brushing yours as he reaches out to adjust the carving. His touch lingers, warm, caressed fingers, calloused fingers tracing the curve of the carving's back alongside your skin. You fit you better than I thought it would. There's a way in the words, something deeper than just the carving. He starts pacing around the room, looking at the fire, peering at the walls. He's stalling. You could tell by the way his shoulders stay tense, the way his gaze keeps flickering back to you. Finally he exhales, running a hand through his hair. I'll have to make you more things if you like it. When he starts to retreat to his room, his steps are lighter than usual. How about dinner? I'll see you soon, night. He strides into his room without another word. Without nothing else to do, you'd also head back to your room. The bed creaks as you settle in. The blanket's too stiff. The air's too still. You try to sleep, but it comes in shallow waves. Each time you start to drift to sleep, the shadows at the edges of the room seem to shift just slightly. A thud, a muffled curse, a creak of the floorboards bearing weight. The cabin is too quiet for the sound to be anything but deliberate. You step, a shiver of light bleeds under your door. Someone's still awake. You're drawn to the noise and venture out of your room. Night falls heavy over the cabin, the fire reduced to embers. The wind has quieted, but the silence is worse, thick with unsaid words. Jim stands by the window, his back to you, fingers absently tracing the edge of the wood carving knife. You can see the tension in his shoulders, the way his breath fogs the glass, an uneven burst. He knows you're watching, he always knows. Jim? A shudder runs through him when you call out to him. For a long moment, he doesn't move. Then slowly, he sets the carving knife away and turns to face you. When Jim turns to face you, the moonlight paints his face in blue and shadow. His eyes are dark and unreadable. There's something raw in his expression, something hungry, and hesitant all at once. Couldn't sleep, but he should be asleep. His voice is rough, raw. I couldn't sleep either. I heard you awake. You agree and head back to your room. I couldn't sleep either. You stared back at him simply, and he tenses. The hair continues charge electric. He shouts hard, his gaze flickered to your lips, then away, like he's afraid of what he might do if he looks too hard or too long. Kiss me. A look of frustration flashes across his face. But Jim breaks your command and closes distance. In one shift moment, his lips are on yours. His hands grip your hips hard enough to bruise. The kiss is fierce, all teeth and desperation. His nibs at your lower lip, his breath hot against your skin. When you gasp, he groans, pressing closer like he wants to melt into you. Mine. It's not a request, it's a claim. He doesn't let go, his forehead pressed into yours as he shrugs to ready his breathing. I'm you. He shrugs to say something, but swallows instead. Jim suddenly pulls away from you, like he's been touched by fire. I have to go. He begins grabbing his heavy winter clothes and heads for the door. You reach out to him, gives you a dangerous look. Don't follow me. He leaves the cabin, door slammed behind him. The door flickered shut behind him, and there's a beat of silence. Then an unspeakable click of a lock engaging. Look at the door, look at the window, follow him. I probably should say first. Follow him. You reach for the door before you realize that the handle is cold under your palm, the metal biting into your skin as you twist it. It doesn't budge, because you locked it. Pound on the door. You rattle it harder, throwing your weight against the wood. Nothing, the door doesn't even shake. Its frame is solid, stubborn, like the trees outside that haven't spent decades digging into their roots deep into the earth. Look at the door. Look out the window. Through the window, you see Jim's retreating figure, his shoulders hunching against the wind and snow. It looks like he's holding something. He doesn't look back. Look at the door. It's double-sided deadbeat bolt. Jim had locked you in the cabin for a night. Go to bed. He heard a distant axe hitting wood outside over and over. The night stretched on, and Jim's touch lingers like a band. And Jim seems to have no intention of returning tonight. With nothing else to do, you head back to your room. You lay down in your bed, filled with thoughts of Jim, but your eyes grow heavy with sleep. The storm murmurs against the window, a lullaby of wind and cracking wood. You drift into sleep, and a dream comes like a whisper. You stand in a cathedral of snow-weighted trees, their brushes clawing at the sky as deep as oblivion. The air smells of frost and something else, something older, moss, blood, burnt sugar. The carving around your neck tightens and drives you forward. Before you is bare earth, the ground twisted where the shadows falls. You feel something between your teeth, and when you pick it out, a white flower, moist from your insides, shiver veins flop mocking at you. You don't recall their name, yet your tongue forms the shape of it anyway. Moon petals. Is that what they're called? How do you know? They are wolf tracks, deep, deliberate. Oh, he's a werewolf. I'm gonna definitely call it. They led you forward without a choice. The trees was seemingly curving into you, pulling you in. Something moves in the dark, not wolf, not man, a shape with too many joints, a shadow stretching further than the light should go allow. And those eyes, they glow impulsively bright, drinking up the shadows. A voice hums. Jim's voice? No deeper. It curls through the trees and fragments. What do you have, rabbit? Your palm grows heavy. You unclench your fist to reveal. It's a moon petal, now fully bloomed. Its center is perfect black, purple people. This moth doesn't move. The words bloom from behind your ribs. The cage is beautiful because it's built just for you. Won't you sing for him? The figure laughs, and the sound is Jim's, warped, delighted. Stay a little longer. I've been starved for you for so long. Thank you for playing day 2. And that was day 2 of chilling devotion. If you like my content, please consider subscribing. If you already, comment down below and liking the video. I'll see you guys next time.